for this? Y'all ready for this?
All right. Hello and welcome everybody to day 3 of the THL World Cup. We've got a couple of great matches lined up for you. But first and foremost, I'd like to, mention my co-host here, Brushy Tuna's with me, and we got Quaz doing the opping for us today. Sorry, I'm used to the Friday night fights feel. But we
Yeah.
got Brushy Tuna here. Say hello.
What up? What up, THL World?
All right, yeah. So we're really excited. We're doing the new Paragon format with the Shield and the ban. And the first match we got lined up for you is Saku versus Super Murloc. This is in group. I had this lined up Group A actually. So
Yep.
I think this is the first match in Group A for this season so far. And after that, we've got Bill Snyder versus the big Ted. So Bill
Ted.
versus Ted playing each other. You know, the match we've all been waiting for. That will be right after this first match. And depending on when the first match finishes, we might have a couple of little extra games here between, I believe, Donde and Typhoon are also playing at the same time. So whichever match finishes first, we might hop in and take a quick look at the other one, but we'll be covering mostly these two matches here. So, what are you looking at, or what do you think when looking at this Saku versus Super Murloc match? We do have the shields and bands already. I think they are displayed here, so you can see Saku shielded his warrior, while Super Murloc shielded his mage. In response to that, Saku banned Super Murloc's warrior, and Super Murloc banned Saku's hunter. So we're going to see the mage, priest, and warrior versus the priest, warlock, and mage. So this is a best of 3, so not all the decks have to be played. So looking at that, what do you think we're going to see here, actually?
So, I really like the Warlock for Super Murloc. I think they'll take a game for sure. And I just think Saku's Priest might be able to, if he gets the right lineup, steal a game as well. And it'll probably come down to a Warrior mirror for the game 3 win, to be honest. Which will be fun to cast for an hour on that match, but that's what we're here for, right?
Wait, so Super Murloc actually, his
Oh no,
warrior's
he doesn't have
banned,
a
right?
Warrior. That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I do think actually that Saku's warriors lined up pretty well. The only deck that might be able to get there is Super Murloc's mage. So we'll see if maybe he brings out that warrior first because it's going to do well into the zoo and the combo priest, and then maybe try that combo priest for the other decks.
Right.
Maybe
I
maybe even
favor
the
Super
priest
Murloc then.
first. Yeah.
Because the priest, I think, because priest, mage, and warlock all against warrior, and even like warlock and priest are pretty good against mage. So like, I think Super Murloc has this right if he just queues straight into warlock priest.
Yeah, I wonder actually. I think the Warlock is a little bit unfavored here into the Warrior for sure.
Mhm.
And then I think the big spell mage can go either way. So it might
Yeah,
come down to
it's
that priest matchup there for the Warlock. So he might hold that back till game 2 if he needs to, or game 3 depending on how things go. Um,
I've seen on ladder warlocks destroy this big mage because if they don't hit the early frost
mhm.
nova or
Or
flame
Doomsayer,
ward off
yeah,
beast Pit,
yeah,
yeah, they're just dead turn 5, turn 6. So
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
if they're on the coin and they can coin out Blizzard on 5, it might be able to save them enough. But all in all, I think the warlock can get that big mage. If it was normal Reno lock mage, it's a whole different story. But
hmm Yeah. Actually, Quaz, do we have the deck list to look at real quick just to see? I think they do have very similar mage lists here.
yeah, I'll give
Um,
the same mage list. I think
yes,
what I've
and the
seen.
priests differ by a couple of things. I think Saku has the Light Wardens,
Hmm.
while Super Murloc does not. So we'll see if
What else
that's
does
going
he
to
have
actually
different?
give an advantage a little bit to Saku there. We'll have to
Oh,
see. I
and
think it
Saku
might come
has
down to
Holy
that
Ripple.
priest mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, which can be huge, or which can be way better than the silences and topsy turvies
hmm
for your Northshire cleric turns.
Yeah, for your Northshires, for your Light Wardens, it's definitely a lot of potential, even with the Acolyte of Pains, the Pyros. Like, there's a lot more stuff there than just those silences. But sometimes those extra topsy turvies can get there, or that mass
True.
dispel to get through some taunts. So
Well, they both have
um,
mass spell actually.
yeah, you're right. So yeah, we'll have to see. I think
I
we're
think
just about ready to
it's.
jump in here.
Let's do it.
Um, It does sound like Super Murloc's restarting his mobile real quick, so as soon as they're back, we'll jump in there. Yeah, I think this match might actually come down to the priest now. Looking at it a little bit more,
Hmm.
it might come down to that mirror. Whoever gets the advantage. A lot of times, I think it just comes down to who gets Amet first. If
Yeah.
you get High Priest Amet, you can just snowball from there. Even if they kill it, you got your Psychopomp to bring it back.
True.
So sometimes slow rolling a little bit, especially in the mirror, unless you have just the perfect early curve, and guaranteeing that Amet off the Psychopomp, if you have that sort of hand,
Yeah.
can really, really win you the game.
Actually, I think if Super Murloc doesn't draw one of his silences early, I think the Light Warden for Saku just steals the game, right? Because it's even
Mhm.
when Super Murloc heals himself. Yeah, whenever a character is healed. So even on Super Murloc's big
Mhm.
turn, if Saku has a Light Warden, then he just has like a 22 Light Warden out on the field.
Yeah, he does have the silences, which can maybe help, but
Right. But
I
he's only
still
got
think,
3
yeah.
total in the deck, so he's got to find them pretty early.
All right. It does look like Super Murloc is back, so I think they're about to jump in. As soon as they're in, we'll take a look. So I actually think maybe both players run their priest first,
Mhm.
just to try to win that mirror, and then kind of guarantee the win from there, or at least have a better shot at the win. Or
Yeah, I'm feeling Saku bring a warrior off the bat since he's like they both bring their shield off the back. I think,
yeah, I mean
right? So
that's definitely a strategy we could see, but maybe predicting that the mage does
switch it
pretty
up.
well into the warrior, so
That's true.
uh, maybe he doesn't do that. Okay, it looks like we are in here. So it
You
does
asked
look
for
like
it.
Saku was on my idea there with the priest first,
Hmm.
and it looks like Super Murloc was more on your side of things and brought
Right.
that mage first, the deck that he shielded, which makes sense. I think maybe it makes sense as well for Saku to not bring that warrior, even though he shielded it, because of that mage shield.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
Welcome. Care to
to be
hear your
honest, looking at the classes, I wonder if
fortune?
warrior was even the right shield for Saku. But I
yeah,
do like this priest into this matchup.
yeah, I do like the priest here.
Is someone
I
injured?
would say, especially this early hand, he's got the Amet, he's got the Northshire on one. Um, Not too upset about that. It can, this Doomsayer could come down here, but Mage doesn't have the most answers for all of these minions as soon as
Job's done.
they get played. Okay,
Right.
opting to keep that Doomsayer for now. Saying,
know if
you
that's right.
can't really heal this North Shire yet, but we do see the Pyro in hand. We do see the
Pyro
circle.
coin.
So he can actually start just drawing his deck, which I think is, if you start drawing cards with this priest, they just can't keep up.
What
No.
to do?
They
What
will.
to
They'll
do?
run. He can run away the game with this pretty early. I think he's just trying to decide if he wants to go in this turn or not.
Yeah, we do see on Super Murloc's side, we do have the Ray of Frost and the Doomsayer, so he will be able to freeze both of these if he wants, and guarantee the Doomsayer going off, unless we do know that, yeah, actually Saku does not have the silences besides Mass Dispel, so
Right.
he will guarantee it going off almost every time, but this also gives... I mean, Saku's not too upset about this, right? He can still use that coin, that circle of healing.
Yep. You still get like 3-6 draws out of this. If he stays
Yeah,
up
I mean,
double
he can
second.
coin, circle, and heal with his hero power as well, to kind of guarantee even another heal. So he can get 4 draws here if he chooses to, which I think is probably a good call. I mean, he's got this Amet, he's got Psycho Pumps.
I think
He's
you
looking
just gotta
good.
go in, right? Because
Yeah.
I think you just go in to Emmet next turn and Psycho Pump out.
Interesting. He's opting to not draw here. I don't really like this play at all. He could have drawn a ton of cards. I don't know what you're holding onto that coin and Circle of Healing for, if not for that type of play there. It did stop him from playing the coin Amet, but that Doomsayer, but I just think you want to get those 4 draws. 4 draws could be so crucial. So
It's more than 4 draws, isn't it? It's like it could be up to 6 draws, right? If he coins.
depending on if he
Circle.
finds another circle, or yeah, absolutely, he could have. I mean, it was 4 minimum, right? With the hero power and the
Well,
circle
he would
and
have
the
drawn
coin.
this 2 mana card, the Nephrit's Ritualist. Got 2 more card draw off that instead of the
Yeah.
hero power.
Yep. Yeah, so he would have been able to cycle a ton. Missed that opportunity here, though. We do see a counter spell. Saku's not going to be aware of that necessarily, but maybe I don't know that counterspell's the best card into your opponent still having coin, but makes your opponent kind of question some plays.
I think I saw he had Mirror Entity in his hand, or as one of the options.
As one of the options.
I think
that would have been a lot more powerful.
At minimum, you get maybe a 3-1, possibly like a 2-3 or a 4-3. Like some of these minions are pretty good. Especially if he steals out Met here. Like that would have been huge with like his Bone Wraith or Snip Snaps and stuff like that.
Yeah, if this Doomsayer comes down, let's see how Saku navigates this. He does find the second Doomsayer. He still has that second half of the Ray of Frost.
The end is coming!
I think you just go ahead and freeze it.
Yeah. I mean, those draws could have been very, very significant for Saku, but he opted not to go for them, and might backfire. He still has, with these Psychopomps, if he just passes this turn, he has a 1 out of 3 to get the Amet, which would be game-winning potentially.
Yeah.
So still has a chance, but I think would have been in a much better spot here if he had cycled earlier.
Yeah, because I mean the 2 cards he just drew, the Extra Arms and Ritualist, were his first 2 draws off the possible 4. So that all
yeah, out of the 4 minimum, and seeing that Ritualist, that would have been 5 at least. So we'll see now. Let's see what he goes for. He didn't choose the Mirror Entity last time, I believe, like you said.
Yeah, I think at this point, I don't think you're supposed to take the mirror since you've seen.
Yeah, because you've seen Ahmet. He wants the Psychopomp. The 3-1's not that exciting for you, so let's see if he gets it. You got to do it. Let's see what you get.
He's gonna get Young Pyromancer.
Oh man, good call. Yeah, this is not. He doesn't have any way to draw now as well.
Because he can just Extra Arms his Psycho Pump. Well, I guess coin extra arms to play around counterspell
Yeah.
once.
He should definitely use the coin, having not seen that spell go off. He chooses not to, it looks like.
Yep.
Um,
I don't know what he's holding on to this coin for.
Well played.
Saku, come on, man. I love you,
Like,
buddy, but
That should have been easy coin into extra arms, clear as the
yeah,
board.
what are you saving your coin for at this point? You didn't use it to cycle before. You didn't use it to use the spell.
Saku's gonna watch his back and unfriend you on every social media.
Oh my
site he
god,
has.
I hope not. I mean it in love, Saku. I just wanna help you improve. And Super Murloc, playing his game, just trying to prevent anything from sticking. He's had a couple of different options the past couple turns. We'll see. I think the longer this game goes on, the better shape Super Murloc is in. So,
Yeah.
especially with these Calicos puzzle box, like these big 10 cost cards in his hand.
Start getting into Blizzard turns and Flame Strike turns and all kinds of goodness. That's why Saku had to go. I think in my mind, when you agreed too, that he had to go for that turn 3. Just go in.
Absolutely. Cycling in this deck is hugely important. He misses the Emmet again.
I think this is fine. No, he doesn't have anything to trigger. Never mind.
Yeah, all of his minions are 1 health. So Inner Fire is going to make that 1 attack. So that would be unfortunate.
Saku?
That will be a story to tell.
Okay.
At least heal his minion to draw a card.
Oh
come
my.
on.
Okay, Saku, buddy.
I'm going to bed. Have a good night, stream.
All right. I will say Saku did message me pre-match. Let me tell you what he said to me. He said, trying to get the fastest O2 in THL history.
Well, he's not doing a very good job of that. I think.
He's taking his time, but I think he meant O2, like he's gonna lose too
Right.
quickly.
I mean, either way, it's not the fastest.
And then he elaborated by saying coin Lunas concede is what he was going to do. So
I wonder if he'll just concede to just any Lunas.
I don't know.
Nope, we're still in it.
Injured?
Still in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean anything can still happen. There's still a lot of potential in this priest deck, but cycling is so vital. He did draw that second pyro here with the acolyte, so maybe he'll be able to start drawing here. You can trade this psychopomp in. Play your acolyte and your pyro.
You can play
Finally, maybe
coin.
use that coin.
Yeah, coin into Ritualist.
Into Ritualist, yeah. Into maybe that circle. Actually, maybe circle before the Ritualist here and get an extra.
I drew a circle.
Either way, yeah. Either way, this works. You can just circle again. Just circle. Just circle.
The circle.
Draw
Saku!
2 more cards. Okay.
Oh.
And here's a 1-cost Tortolin Pilgrim here. What's in the box? The Power of Creation seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think we want a box here.
I was gonna say how Mimi is Super Murloc.
I mean, these are not the best 6-drops, but you do have the Conj in hand to make them better 6-drops. So I'd like to see that come down. 8-drop is also good.
Yeah, we'll just take a 214.
And you get the Tortellin back. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Probably better than the 6-drops. I just don't like those icky 3/3s, you know?
You always get them though, every time.
You always get them.
Has power.
It really does feel pretty common.
Well, it's because because like the 6-drops on Mage are like 3 cards and 2
right.
3s.
Yeah, so definitely it does happen quite a bit, but can still get some draws here, and I think you got to go for it.
I mean, you gotta draw these cards eventually, right? Like, what else are these circles doing? Yes, the draws.
All right, let's draw some more.
I don't know. I don't think you play this Tovir here.
The end is near.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to.
I guess
The circle does heal it more, so maybe you want to combo with the circle, but you got to be moving fast with this deck. You can't be taking this much time. And mages are going to take too long for you to do everything you want.
I'll play the other Acolyte. Divine Sense.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, I think you got to go for it. I think you got to go for it. Come on, get that to 12 health. You got it. Ooh.
Oh.
Not quite fast enough. He knows the second half of Conj is here, so I think this is quite nearly done. He was not able to get quite as much draw as he would have liked,
Yeah.
especially early on, and we got to the late game for the mage. So
Yeah, at this point, I don't know how Saku comes back.
yeah, I mean Luna's on 5, right, guys? I don't think
It
this
was
came
on
down
8.
to
It was
Luna's
on-
actually. I know.
No.
So far, he's gotten 2 good draws out of it for sure, but I don't think those were the swing turns necessarily. Or they definitely swung the game a little bit, but I don't think they were
Oh my god.
game defining. Okay,
Betrog?
Bedtrug. Oh right,
Oh my.
he's gotten a lot of these 5/5/8 costs though too. That's,
That's fine.
I mean it's fine. I don't mind 5/5.
Betrog gives you another free giant minion.
Yeah. You can definitely, I mean, if he draws a minion here, he's not going to be upset. We're also looking at
That's the
21
spell?
on board here.
Yeah. How do we kill him this turn with this master spell?
Yeah, I mean, you got to heal this. You got to, oh, okay.
What else we do?
All right. Well, you need to start making a big minion soon, and I think he's just going to clear your minions here, so. Maybe you just make a 10/10 and make him trade into it. I don't know how you win from there, but
I don't either.
yeah, I don't know why he didn't just go in on the ritualist. Maybe he wanted the 10/10 taunt, I guess, which would have been significant actually with this Alex top deck.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
But if he had just went all in on the ritualist there, it would have been at 3 health, then 5, then he could have double divined actually.
So it'd be a 12/12 instead, right?
Yeah, he would have, yeah, he would have been at, no, it would have been at 2 plus the power word shield. He wouldn't have had mana to heal, I believe. So it would have been the 4
16.
plus the, yeah, 8, 16. He could have made a 16, 16. It wouldn't have had taunt, but he would have been able to trade into something there.
I mean, possibly Super Moloch leaves it alone, and then you draw an Inner Fire off the top. Possibly
Yeah.
kill. But,
I don't know. I mean, this is lethal here with the Alex. You just Alex hero power, but let's see if Super Murloc sees it.
of course he does. That's a rank 5 gamer right there.
Oh yeah.
No
Is
misplays.
someone injured?
Yes. Well
I'm actually curious if
played.
Super Murloc's just gonna throw this box out there. YOLO swag
Well
on
played.
everyone.
Oh, he sees it.
I bring life.
He's got it. That's starting off with that 1-0. He gets that mage win, showing us why he shielded it. Let's see what Saku thinks to bring into this priest warlock potential here.
I think he just bring the Warrior, right? Warrior's got a pretty good matchup versus both.
Yeah, I think that's a correct choice for sure. I think you play that warrior and then you maybe go for that mirror match with the priest into priest, and hopefully learn from this this match. Think about drawing a little bit earlier. But I think definitely still Saku can still make it. Just gotta find that. Just gotta find that last, that little bit of luck here, a little bit more time maybe in taking the plays, and I think it's still possible here.
I wonder if Saku has any practice on the priest deck coming into it though. You know, like sometimes people during like the regular season, they'll be like, "Hey, just play this deck. This is the best deck. Like, doesn't matter if you practice on it or not. Type deal. Like, maybe someone convinced Saku to bring it. They're
Mhm.
just not comfortable on the deck.
Yeah, I think it's still the first match of this this group, so he's still got time
For
if
sure.
he wants to practice and play some more, get some wins. He's not out of it even if he does lose this one. And same with Super Murloc. They're both like, I think the 2-1 with the best head-to-head makes it into out of groups, and if anyone gets 3, obviously they make it. So we'll see. We'll see what he decides to do here. Still plenty of time, plenty of matches. I think you're right that the warrior makes sense here with the remaining decks, and then probably the priest to follow up.
So this matchup actually matters a ton because I forgot, obviously is in their group as well, and that man is a powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think both these guys will struggle a little bit into Avi.
I think everyone struggles in Avi.
Yeah. So definitely they want to get whoever wins this maybe has a better chance in getting that 2-1 potentially and have that head-to-head. So yeah, let's see what they go for.
What do you? Any prediction on Super Murloc out of the two?
I think Super Murloc is gonna bring out that priest, maybe show Saku a thing or two here.
You think he does it just to like show him up, like, hey man, this is how you combo?
I think it has the better matchup spread into the mage and the warrior and the priest. Yeah, obviously it's 50-50 into the priest or somewhere around there, and then I think it can win against the warrior. I think it's a little bit unfavored, but it can definitely win. You get like if you had a hand like Saku did with that early Amat. Obviously Saku didn't hit that 1 out of 3, which feels a little bit bad.
Right,
But if you play it correctly and kind of guarantee those into warrior, they can't deal with that many
yeah,
big
especially
things,
if
and
you get out of
eventually.
shield slam pretty early.
Hmm.
Like if you just make a 14-14 on like turn 4, like they have to look into Plaga Wrathing it to just possibly get it off the board. So he's only running 1 Plaga Wrath, so make a.
Are they in? It's saying they're doing battle with a friend, but I can't actually see it. Let
Yeah, I'm
me
still in
leave
this
spec and jump back in.
The game's over already. Somehow they're turn 6. You know, someone's getting.
All right, yeah. So they are in. They are in. I don't know why the spectate broke there, and I was not able to jump in. So we are turn 1. So maybe they just got in, and my spectate hadn't updated. So it is the priest, like I predicted for Super Murloc, and the warrior, like you predicted for Saku. So the matchup we expected here. Looks like he got this infested goblin off of the frightened flunky, just going for the tempo here early on, getting that 3-drop after, and Super Murloc doing the draw thing like we talked about. He was able to do it early. Obviously, maybe this one's a little bit more obvious than the other one. You have a injured Tolvir, you definitely want to heal it. But I'm making the correct trade to get that extra 2 draws with the Northshire Cleric there. So I think has a little bit of experience here with the deck. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
You think Saku double trades Hero Power shield slams it?
I think
Kill the cleric.
interesting. He's gonna deny the draw here as best he can.
Oh.
Well, you can't always deny the draw.
Is someone
I
injured?
bet you Saku emotes. Come on, Saku, give me the emote.
Come on.
Come on.
Also, this is the new board. I don't know if everyone's gotten a chance to play with it, but if you change the toes to the accordion sound, the secret, if you play the tune to Leave Explorers, it does a cool little sound. So you guys can figure that out.
I have the key code on my phone, but my phone is dead.
Oh, I have it. I can read it out if you want to do it, Quaz. I don't know if you have it, but while we're waiting for turns to happen, we can definitely if you want, just type in the chat. I can read it to you, or I can write it out for you, and you can do it for the spectators here.
Let's ask chat when chat gets
What's
around.
that chat? There, yeah,
Oh,
it'll
I
be a
guess
while
chat's
from
like 10
now.
minutes behind. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. We'll be on game 3, and chat's gonna be like, "Do it," and we're not even gonna be on the same board anymore.
It's the toes on the bottom left is the instrument, Quaz. So you change the sound to a more of an accordion sound. It's like the more kind of I don't know, how would you describe it? The most annoying of
More-
the sounds, maybe.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just make it to the accordion sounding one.
Yeah, both of them. And then from left to right, I'll send you the code here. From left to right, those are the toe numbers. So like 4 would be the toe next to the big toe on the left foot,
Mhm.
and 10 would be the pinky toe on the right foot. So you can do that while we talk here about this. Yeah, this is definitely looking to be a little bit in Super Murloc's favor.
I wonder if
You know,
Murloc
he's-
brought these silences specifically for this matchup.
Yeah, it definitely helps out when you're facing a lot of these taunts. You want to just hit the face, but you know, starting to really get a good hand here. Obviously, he's had more draws. He is 5 cards deeper into the deck, which is significant. We do see the Super Collider able to kill off one of these. Oh, he's going to go for the 50-50 to kill off the Cleric, it looks like.
Oh, I like it. Oh,
And if it doesn't work out, this is the unfortunate potential. But I like it. I like the
Yeah. I mean, either way,
try
he had to
here.
trade his 2/3 into one of them, so like
Mhm.
it makes sense to go for the 50-50. But this ritualist makes any hope of super colliding in the future.
Yeah, this is not looking very good here for Saku. We saw Super Murloc kind of get a bunch of draw early on and is continuing to, which is, I think, the way this deck really wins. Like, you have a lot of powerful plays, but you have to get to them. And you have a lot of cycle, so the cycle helps you get there. You just have to, you know, get big swing turns with your cycle and keep kind of drawing and make your opponent kind of run out of cards, which he's doing here pretty well. We do see the Brawl, which is going to help remove a big board like this potentially. Still no Divine Spirits here for Super Murloc, so not really in fear of dying at the current moment for Saku until we see one of those, but it's got to always be in the back of his mind that that could happen. So we'll see if he thinks this is good enough to Brawl.
I think you just warpath 3 times, right? Make him overdraw 3 cards.
I don't love overdrawing this deck because,
Maybe.
I mean,
I
you
guess.
can do it.
No.
It's not bad. I guess you're only giving him 1 card here, so actually I do like that play.
Yeah, because he's at 9. He'll draw this one, mill the 2 other from the warpaths, and 1 for turn.
You might even Warpath twice and then swing into the 2/6 and hope you hit the other 2 attack 1 just to get a little bit more damage on there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
And if it does hit the Acolyte, you're still getting the triple
The triple draw, anyways.
the triple draw. So I think you probably Warpath twice, swing, and then Warpath again if you need to, just to kill off that last thing. It's probably the only thing you can do with your mana. So, oh, and he does get one of the Divine Spirits, so a little bit scary here. Let's see if he does swing just to try to
Oh, he lost
Get-
the other divine.
damage. But yeah, that's his total damage potential is a lot lower without that.
Hand is too well played.
Wow.
Um,
That was a
so what are we
huge
looking at here? He can make, he can heal this Divine Spirit.
So you can heal
Extra arms. Yeah, I
So
think he'd probably go
14.
for the extra arms turns here.
I wonder.
Hold off on the Divine Spirit for now.
I like playing more arms on it too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and you don't need to use any inner fire or anything here. You can if you want for an extra 3 damage, but
I think you do, right? Just since you only have 1 divine spirit left, just go ahead and throw it out there just to try to push
yeah,
as much
use the inner
damage.
arms or the inner fire. So it looks like that's what he might do. He might heal. Oh, interesting. Why the coin?
Why did we coin?
I don't understand that.
I thought he was going for it. I thought he was coin healing.
Yeah, I
arrow.
thought he was. I thought he was going for it too. He would have done an extra 3 damage.
Yeah, he'd be at 21.
Interesting.
Possibly make this up to 18. So like a power word shield off the top
Yeah.
would have been lethal with the other plan. Well, I guess it's shield block and stuff.
Yeah. So no way to really kill this here, and he's still
Right.
3 turns away from this Devastator. So he's going to be looking at 22 damage out of this next turn.
Possible. Yeah. Yeah. I think the coin.
Yeah, I don't like playing any minions here for Super Murloc. You saw he didn't have an answer for this. I think you just go
Heal.
face. Like this has the potential to lose to a brawl. Obviously you're making a board, but I think you just hit him for 22 and say go. Like you had no answer for 169. How are you ever going to answer a 22-22?
Right.
Maybe taking it a little bit too slow here.
And plus he has a silence in his hand too, so he gets around. Like if he would play Tomb Warden, he mass spell on the silences.
Yeah, and then I really don't like this. You're just giving him. Oh man, like
That's
this
right,
brawl is gonna come down, no
He knows he's
question.
gonna win the brawl. He knows.
He knows he
Next
gets
level
that
goes.
6-9. I mean, the 2-6
yeah,
isn't
for
bad
sure.
either. Like you can still make a 12 damage minion, but that's not a 22.
Yeah. Take the armadillo.
The armadillo, you know, it buff the other armadillo.
Yeah.
I mean, it could definitely. You got it. You got to go for the brawl here. Oh man. This was, I think, just a really, really unlucky choice for. Yeah, I mean, he keeps it 2 sticks, but again, he could have pushed 22 last turn, not risk this.
And 9 the turn before. So
Yeah.
Theoretically,
Yeah.
like Saku might be at like 4 or 5 right now.
I think he'd be dead at this point if he had played it that way. Especially with his extra arms, he would have been dead this turn for sure.
Well, he would have been at 21 the turn we want him to push 9. Then he gained 7 armor. So he would have been at 6. He'd be at 6 right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Instead of
and he still
25.
would have had a 22-22, right?
Yeah,
Maybe the 50-50 brawl would have lost. It wouldn't have been in his favor, but then he would have had all the reload that we just saw him use already,
Right.
you know, and would have had to force a brawl on 2 minions. He is going to be able to make a 10 or a 20-20 here, which I don't know why he's holding back on doing those things. I just don't see the risk.
He doesn't have the 2-5 charge, right? Quickly.
Yeah, I don't see the risk of doing that here. Like looking at Saku's deck, he doesn't have any silence. He doesn't have anything that can actually deal with that at all. I guess Plague of Wrath, but he still would have to swing into it to do damage to it. Or as far as you know, and like I don't know. I mean, the Plague of Wrath might bail Saku out of here. He might be able to win this.
I mean, I think he does, right? Because he's starting to turn on to his Omega Devastators and Omega Assemblies and stuff next turn. So
choices.
Yeah, I think Super Murloc's waiting too much for that OTK and not trying to just push that 20 damage here, 22 there. Like I'm not upset about 20 damage here, 22 there, at
especially
all.
against Warrior.
Yeah, so like. He's maybe waiting too long. This Master Spell, he's going to be able to get there though, right? He Master Spells this. He's got that goes down to 9 health. Well, it goes down to 9 health, right? Then he heals it back to 10. Divine Spirit.
Oh, the power word shield.
Yeah, he's got to attack with his Pyro before he does anything.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine too. Unnecessary, but fine.
Power word shields, Divine Spirit, Ender Fires. Wins again.
Yeah. Okay, he sees it. Almost through that one, I think, taking it a little too slow. But is able to find it. He sees it.
He's shoring up his map.
Yeah. Getting there in the end. Probably could have finished it a little bit sooner, but still able to get there. So that is, I think that's the win for Super Murloc. That's the 2-0 we saw the priest and the mage get the wins over the priest and the warrior for Saku. Should we get the winner in here for a little bit of talk?
Sure, let's talk to him. Talk to him about the play that won the game. Those 4 extra
A little
draws.
bit of
on there,
talky
yeah.
talk.
Little talky.
All right. Let's find him. Let me ask him real quick.
I hope he comes in here and just makes Murloc noises. I don't know why.
Oh,
but
that's
all I
normally what he does. So.
Be like, congrats on your win.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Let me make sure I have him added on Discord. Quaz, you got him anywhere? Let's see. But yeah, let's discuss a little bit while we're waiting here.
Sure.
So we saw a couple of sort of questionable plays, but you know, everyone's learning. It's early. It's early in the meta. You know, the expansion just came out. Not everyone's really gotten the reps on all these decks. Especially, I think that priest deck is pretty tricky.
But I don't know. I mean, if you have the chance to draw like 7 cards on turn 3, you just draw 7 cards on turn 3. You know, for Saku in that game 1. I mean, I think it helps Super Murloc out there against the Warrior, drawing all those extra cards early.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it made the difference. And I think that's a key thing about that deck is getting as much draw as you can, so you can have those answers, even if you don't play optimally, like we saw with Super Murloc. We didn't see, you know, he didn't go for those big pushes, the 22 damage or the 20 damage here, even that 9 versus 6 damage that one turn, like trying to get those incremental pushes when you know your opponent doesn't have good answers for that. They have maybe one plague of death, or plague of wrath or whatever, that you know, it will get rid of it, but then you have that whole reload and, you know, playing around the brawls and stuff like that. So all right, well, congratulations. Let's see if we can hear you. You don't need video, but we don't mind it, right? We can see your face here. Oh,
like
no.
Oh, he left.
He's gone. Okay, and he's back. All right.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. No Murloc noises today. And he's back. How's it going? Can you hear us?
Hey, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Great.
How do you feel? That's a big 2-0.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I just I didn't really love the lineups. They didn't look great when I was looking at win rates. I know it's kind of early on, so I don't put too much stock into it this early. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of glad the way it went. Wasn't happy to see Priest to start the match off, but it went fine. Mage is pretty good into anything.
Yeah, happy to see my fellow Atlantic player, I guess. I don't know how we're both Atlantic players, but I'm happy to see you get that win.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're Philly, I'm North Carolina, but I guess we're in the same region. It's all good.
It is. It's all good.
Same team, so it's a win.
He's
so that's a win.
About this for years.
How did you feel about that Priest play? I think the first game, you know, played itself a little bit. You played cards that you could play, and and was able to get, you know, good conges and good things there. But the Priest game, there were a couple plays we were talking about, so I'm kind of interested. Is there anything you would have maybe done differently, or how did you feel about that matchup in general?
I mean, I'm thinking about it, and I feel like there was, just from like, I couldn't tell it at the moment, but then as I see cards being played afterwards, it seemed like there were some opportunities for him to maybe draw more than he was. So I feel like that helped me out a ton. And then there was one moment, it was really funny because he messaged me right after he did it. He puts Inner Fire on the 3-1.
Yep. Yeah, I saw him hovering it, and I said, he's not going to do this, is he? And
it was funny because right after he did it, he just messaged me all caps, LOL, that sucked.
At least he's a good sport about it.
Yeah, he's a really good sport. You know, I think it's early in the expansion. We were talking about this, so like, not people don't have as many reps as they'd like on all these decks. Especially a deck like that Priest, I think takes a lot of reps to really play optimally.
It does. I mean, I know even in my second game that I as soon as I ended the turn, I said, "Oh crap, he's definitely gonna mill me or has the opportunity to." And then I burned the second. Luckily, that first card I got was Divine Spirit, or who
Mhm.
knows what happens in that game. But as soon as I did it, I was like, there was no reason to even put that card down. Yeah, so just definitely, I think everybody is gonna do a lot of learning through this World Cup thing. So I'm happy we're getting the chance to.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of plays I did want to talk about. After that had happened, after the mill had happened, I believe you had a 6/9 Tolvir. You chose not to heal or interfire it. Sorry, you had 2 in your hand. You chose not to push that 3. What were you sort of? That was the first turn that we were kind of in discussion here about, like, why don't you just push that extra 3 damage? So what were you thinking
Yeah,
there?
I really I'm not sure, man. I think that was one of those things where like just maybe I screwed up and I should have. I didn't even consider it. I was just like holding them for I don't know. When I'm playing this deck, I'm like I don't like using those until I'm sure. And I know I had 2, and that's probably why it should have happened. But to me, it's like, what's 3 damage? Like I don't know. With this deck, I need to be sure that I've got it. I don't want to waste anything. And I know that I've got 2, but like I don't know what he's got that
Yeah,
can clear that up. So I don't know.
I think the way we were discussing it was just he had no way to remove it the turn before. So
right.
where was
Yeah.
like there was that, and then the next turn you decided to build a huge board, I think, with a Psychopomp and Blade Master when he had no way to remove it. And like you played into the brawl potential. So something we talked about that turn was playing that Divine Spirit Interfire and just pushing. You would have been able to push 22 damage that turn, and put him down to 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I had the Divine Spirit at that point.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look back at it and see.
It's actually on stream right now. The part we're talking.
Yeah.
Is it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules are now. I don't think you're supposed to jump into stream
can't.
until.
I'll just wait. I like to watch the whole thing from start to finish anyway, so I'll catch it
Yeah.
later on or something.
Yeah, catch it later. I think definitely there was some really good play for sure on both sides. And I think the player that had it played maybe a little bit better won today. But I think you guys both have good potential, and I think with a little bit of extra optimizing, I think we'll see some really cool play in the rest of this tournament. And how do you? I mean, that feels great getting that first win. I know your group is you, Saku, obviously, and who's the fourth?
Rain.
Rain.
Yep.
So both Rain obviously very good players. So getting that win against Saku, if you can get a win against one of them, I think you'll be in really good shape.
This was the one I had to have, and now I can just focus on the other 2. And I think that the deck, as far as the decks go, this and Rain are pretty much the same setup. So I was trying to take prep for this as seriously as possible because I have a feeling that the group second spot is going to come down to that game, but we'll see. What's funny is that we scheduled it for like Tuesday night, so it's like pretty much the last.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, next Tuesday. So
wow.
So you'll know it'll be the last match of the World
Yeah,
Cup.
you'll know how important it is.
Second place of Group A. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you sneak a win into obviously, and you don't have to worry as much about it.
That's definitely the plan, but
he's
I
just
know
coming back.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, he's tired.
He's gonna be jet lagged, right?
Jet lagged. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Man.
I'm trying to. He was talking about it. I'm trying to catch him like the day that he gets back.
Yeah, and make sure you just message him memes the whole time, so he's laughing, so his eyes are closed.
Yeah.
So he's not paying attention.
Maybe he's got like a layover for his flight. Catch him in the layover, so maybe he has to like run to the flight and doesn't have time to finish the game.
That's perfect. We'll do it that way. I like that.
ADC never message you. That's
spoken like a
right
true teammate there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, airport Wi-Fi is not great. Like anything can happen.
Absolutely.
You gotta take your wins when you can, man. Just maybe find out where he lives, cut his internet like halfway through the match. There's all kinds of things you can do.
You guys can handle that
one. But yeah, congratulations again. I guess one more question I had was your Warlock bring. what sort of were you targeting for that, or what were you thinking people were going to bring to be able to? Obviously, like in this format, you can bring a deck you don't think you're going to have to use that much because you don't have to play it.
I don't think I'll have to use it that much, but at the same time, I know it can go fast, and sometimes that works against mage, and sometimes it works against priest. So I played it a lot when the expansion first like pretty much first week, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoy the deck. So I mean, I don't know. I'm like just from the looking at the matchups, I don't really know where it comes out in these first three here, but who knows? I mean, maybe I find a place for it. I don't want to sit here and tell you that I'm not going to play it, but
Yeah, I mean, definitely down the line, we'll see what kind of matchups you're going to have, and you still have two more matches in the group stage that you have to
Right.
think about. So, yeah, thanks for coming by. Any sort of last thoughts or anything you want to say before we let you go?
No, I think that's about it. Good games to Saku, and I appreciate y'all having us on stream.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for doing it. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate having as many matches as we can on stream for this World Cup. I think it's really exciting that Donde sort of set this up, and I've been having a good time watching and thinking about it and prepping, and especially in the off season, I think having something like this is awesome. So thanks to him as
Yeah,
well.
sure. Absolutely. Sounds good. Y'all have a good one.
Take care, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think we're like the first like real kind of like mini tournament thing to run Paragon. So this is kind of huge that we're doing this right now. Maybe we try to get in some more viewers during this time.
Yeah, no, I definitely like having more streams. I think do we ever have Monday streams at all?
I don't think so. There might be like a tavern brawl. Maybe you and I will start one, right? The Pennsylvania Mondays or something.
Yeah, the Hat Bros PA
Yeah.
Mondays for your Monday blues.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, hell yeah. Don't get me started about football though. We could go on
How's your
about
backup
that for a while.
quarterback doing?
Oh man. Well, we got Josh McCown now, so actually
Yeah.
not too bad, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, sure.
He did some good things for the Jets like 2 years ago. I mean, he's not too bad. He's he's an old guy, but he's not too bad. Anyway, let's talk about this next match that we got coming up.
I'm excited because many of you might not know it out there, but I've been playing Malagos since Malagos came out, so like beta time. And Bill Snyder, my new best friend, has brought Malagos Druid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's I haven't actually played much of this deck, but it was something that I was thinking about pre-release when I saw the Elise card, and I was like, this could really be something. Surprised that Corbin Bill Snyder brought it. We'll see how it plays out. He said he was pretty happy with it. I know he's actually in my group, so we talked a little bit, but we're also not trying to reveal too much. So maybe I'll be able to see some of his strategies here tonight before I have to play him.
Personally, in my testing, my Malagos Druid, I am. Let's see here. Don't want to lie to you. 23-2 with it. I have no losses to Hunter, Warrior, or Priest. The only 2 losses to the deck is to Mage.
Wow.
So
I mean,
think
those are like the big 4, right?
Yeah.
So if it does well to those,
and that's all what Big Ted has here. He's got Hunter, Mage, Warrior, and Priest. And personally, Bill's been just ramming it in there. I think he'll have good matches versus the Hunter and Warrior, for sure. Of course, you never know with Priest because they could just like combo you turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, as far as the selection goes, I think the Druid can definitely get a win. From what you've said anyway, for Bill. But actually, the Mage and the Hunter look to line up pretty well into the other 2 decks that that Bill has. So if maybe if he can sort of navigate the Druid matchup, maybe he doesn't play his Warrior at all. I think that might be Ted's best case, is just play his Mage, play his Hunter.
Yeah.
just forget about the warrior in this matchup, and you know, maybe you give away a win to the druid, and then you just have to win that mage mirror. And I think he's a little bit favored. I think it's pretty close though, for Highlander versus Big Spell. So I think I think if I had to guess, it's going to come down to that matchup if we see it. Which I'm going to say I give Bill the game with the druid into, you know, whatever Ted plays first, and then the mage probably. Then Ted's hunter probably beats his mage.
Whatever he's got. Yeah.
Yeah, and then or his warrior, depending on what he plays, and then it's down to the mage mirror for the game 3. So I think we will go to game 3 here if it plays out that way.
Right, because Bill banned priest, and I think Ted banned hunter.
Yeah.
So it should be, which I like both bans on both sides.
Yeah, I think those are both reasonable bans. So we'll see. I think, especially with that druid bring, it does look like he wants to play it, especially with that priest ban. I think priest maybe has a better time. He can get those big taunts that druid doesn't have really good answers for one big minion. So
No, not at all.
if you get that one big minion, then the
you
priest
just gotta
can
hope your
get
taunts just like survive long enough for you to mally him out.
Yeah.
You know, like get in there 3-5, die to his 40-40. Like
right.
good job.
So I think good call by Bill there. And then yeah, we'll see if that mage mirror is really what it comes down to.
I also really like the hunter ban from Ted, because like that's outside is like also a terrible matchup for warrior and mage, especially since Ted brought the big mage. Like hunter would just eat that. Well, I said that about the priest and stuff last match, but it didn't work out.
You know, it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
You know, things happen. Matchups. Obviously, there's no 100-0 matchups, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
there's a reason for that. You know, anything can happen in any match. It's just, what are you more favored in? So we'll see if it does play out that way. I think the players are ready. I'm just going to let them know to start up. And then Quaz, who would you like us to spec first, by the way? Okay, so Ted will be on the bottom and Bill Snyder will be on the top.
All right.
Yep.
We're gonna have a druid warrior match 1. It's happening. Throwing my predictions out there. I'm a gambling man.
Yeah, do you think it's going to be the druid hunter match 1?
Listen, man, if Bill doesn't bring druid first match, I might just have to unfriend him. You know. You bring Mally Druid for one reason and one reason only. It's so you can goose people, right?
The druid brother in arms.
Yeah, can't goose people if you don't bring the goose.
You gotta bring the goose.
I might pop off if he just like combos him. I'm just saying.
All right. I mean, I'm ready for you to get hype here. I really do want to see that go off. So I haven't actually seen it so far. All of it's been in my head as far as the theory of it.
Because I'll explain it a little bit of the combo, right? So your Sun Petal Florist doesn't always have to hit Mally anymore. Because it can hit in certain matchups, it can hit your Elise, and you're just fine with that. Because then Elise costs 0. So the turn you go to combo off, you play Elise, and then you have about 4 Moonfires in hand, and then you just launch all Moonfires face. Now, if the Elise does hit the Mally, or if the Sun Petal does hit the Mally, then when you Elise, you have 2 2-mana Mallies, and then same thing. Then you have 4 Moonfires on top of 2 2-mana Mallies.
Yeah, so yeah, you just double everything, and it looks like we are in. So let's see. It looks like we've got Hunter into the Warrior actually. So Bill deciding to play that Warrior first.
Man, come on, Bill. Upsetting.
It's actually the deck I thought he was going to play none of, honestly, into this matchup. So maybe I didn't look too closely into his list. Maybe his list is a little bit more favored. He does have the bombs.
I didn't realize that.
The bomb warrior, yeah. Yeah, so he does have the bombs, so definitely in a little bit better shape. into those
Oh, yeah.
matchups.
Turns off so much.
Yeah, and getting a Highlander matchup to start, so not too upset about that.
Hmm. I think even Bomb Warrior's favored against big spell decks, right?
tomb can hold me.
Doesn't Jones do anything? You just put like 6 bombs in their deck and they just explode.
Yeah. I mean, I think definitely a smart pick here with the Bomb Warrior, to be able to kind of get a little bit of an advantage here. So, yeah, let's wait and see if this plays out the way we think. I think it's still pretty close. I know the Bomb Warrior is more favored than obviously the regular Warrior, but I think it's close to 50-50. He has found a lot of his bomb cards, so that helps.
Yeah, it shuts off.
What now?
Oh, and he's playing his own King Crush as well as a normal.
Yeah, that
Bram.
is
Oh,
aggressive. I'm gonna have to take note of
spikes.
this stuff for when I
Ooh.
when I play them. Um,
I like this.
yeah,
My
this
man's
is
game.
quite spicy. One big King Crush was not enough. The 7-mana King Crush, he's got a second one, and this one you cannot turn off by putting bombs in the deck. So. Let's see what happens. Playing around the rat trap. I think at this point he's pretty aware. It could still be a pressure plate, but I don't think he would have expected that
It's
as
always
early
rat
as he
trap.
played it.
It's always rat.
Yeah, I have been playing a lot of this Hunter. I actually was away on vacation for the first like 2 weeks of the expansion, so I didn't really get to play too much. And then yesterday I was like, I'm gonna play ladder now. Now that I'm back, I want to try out these decks. I sort of asked for a lot of help in prepping my list for the World Cup because I hadn't played as much. I pretty much used other people's input, especially Rain. Rain was around when I was picking my list, and I was like, what are good decks? And I just went with good decks, and let's hope it works out. But I started playing the good decks after having not played them before I picked them. And
Imagining he just ships you off some deck code.
I mean, I'd like to think I have enough Hearthstone background knowledge that I can determine if a deck's really not good. So I knew they weren't terrible, and had a lot of success yesterday actually with a similar list. I didn't have this King Crush, and definitely didn't have Revenge of the Wild. I don't know. That I think came off with a Shimmerfly, but definitely had a lot of fun with it yesterday. I played like 6 hours or something, and made it from rank 4 to final boss, and then today I played like 3 or 4 more games and finally got to legend after playing for like maybe 8 hours of the expansion with just this deck. So
Sweet.
pretty happy with it. I ended at 25-6, which is an 81% win rate, so can't complain.
Yeah.
And I did play, I think, against a couple Bomb Warriors. I think it was one of my only losses, though, was against one Bomb Warrior. So it can definitely get there.
I mean, there's a possibility this game just ends this turn.
Yeah, and just drawing those 2 bombs. Could just get there. And this Blastmaster Boom here. Yeah. How many bombs is he? He has 3 in the deck.
3, so he gets the full. Oh, I don't like this. I think you gotta play Boom first.
I guess he's getting what full bombs here. You trade in the first one. Hopefully you don't hit the Leok with any of these. Wow. Oh, it's going well. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, that's still 1 bomb off the top here is gonna end it. Okay, not quite. But this Downtamer Brand is not gonna do anything.
I don't think this is
7 mana 2/4 is not something you want to play. Yeah, he's just playing it for fun. He's saying, "Look at me, I'm a dino.
I ride dinos."
Yeah, I ride dinos. Seeing the lethal there, spotting it, Ted, taking that first loss here. I think that's really big there for Bill. Getting that warrior win. Now let's see if we can see that.
Listen, man.
That
it
druid.
Better be druid.
I know that's what you want. I know that's what you want. So we'll see. We'll see if if he maybe brings that hunter back again, or if he decides to go maybe with the mage.
What would be his best bet here? I guess it would be.
I think the hunter has a better matchup into the mage, so I think that's probably what you want to play. The warrior is not going to do the mage or the druid, so definitely not the warrior.
Yeah,
I think he
he's
has to
gonna
get the
run it back.
wins. Yeah, with the mage and hunter. So if you get a win with hunter here, and then like I said, win that mage mirror, or mage into druid, he still has a chance here. So it is the druid. Here we go. This is what this is what Tune has been waiting for this whole time. And it does look like we are seeing that hunter again, like we predicted. So we'll see which one can get there first. The hunter sometimes can just roll you. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Not really the hand to roll you
Job's
this
done.
time, but
good.
snake trap's not bad. The sandbinder guarantees either the Zephyrus or the Siamat, so not something you're too upset about.
And Bill's got the coin too, so he's got to turbo out his quest here.
Yep. Turbo quest.
Turbo quest. The double pounces are
Yeah.
sweet too for early trading. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a good start for Corbin here, for Bill. Yeah, I mean, he can just clear this Leok if he wants. He will he will activate this snake trap though if he does do that. Can even hero power if he wants. He'll still float that 1 mana.
It's not that big of a deal. He's gonna have Starfall, Oasis Surgery, and stuff on turn 5 ready to go. So
Absolutely. Okay, he is able to get the perfect card.
it's actually
perfect
when you
card
play Siamat
finder.
in this matchup. Siamat just said, or Zephyrus just says concede. You know?
Concede.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, he's got Mally, just bottom right.
He just says the perfect card is there is no card.
There is no card.
There is no card.
I am disappointed though. My Mally Druid deck is all golden
This is
and
my
Bill's isn't.
suggestion.
I was
Head
really
goes for the Zephyrus here actually.
going for the power of the wild.
Power of the Wild. I like this.
I mean, I guess he's hoping he doesn't have Starfall, because Starfall kills everything but Zephyrs.
Yeah, this is pretty much not like I think he's just said he has to go in here.
Yeah, just hope.
But we do see the Starfall. The Zephyrus is gonna live, but yeah, I think he pretty much was just saying you don't have Starfall or the game's over.
I mean, I always started to
Yeah,
not
that
too
snipe
bad.
is not what you want to see. Snip Snap's not too bad. He's gonna choose to play a 3/3 and Fear Power instead. Push that extra damage. I mean, he's at 13. That's not nothing.
Sure.
These Oasis Surgers gonna clear this up though. You definitely do not want to freeze these. That is a card you really want to see earlier.
I don't think it's that bad here. Right?
It's not bad.
Draw the
He's
rest
got
of your down to the
yeah,
deck.
absolutely. I think you definitely play it.
Play the explosive, probably.
Yeah, the explosive makes sense here.
Team pressure plate. No.
It kills the weaker one. It's okay. I mean, this game is certainly not over. Zul'jin's going to be helpful. Now I wonder. I don't know what's the order. I think the choose one or the choose two in this case happens before the snipe, right? So
Yeah. Correct. So if
But-
he plays another Oasis Surger, it will become a 5/5, then become a 5/1.
well, it'll become a 5/6 actually with the
Oh yeah, if he plays it off
off of the
Floop.
floop. I guess no need to do that. Saving it for the Malagos stuff later on. Interesting.
Is he thinking
Is
about
he?
punching, swiping?
Yeah, I think that's what he might be thinking about. He's able to do it with the nourish.
No, he can't
Right.
swipe anymore.
Oh no, he
He's
can't.
big.
Yeah. He's only at 3.
Oh, he did get to hit an Oasis.
Ferocious Howl does heal you for quite a bit here. Can't really be upset about that. And then just jam this defender.
Yep. Yeah, I like the punch face for 5. No reason to trade now.
Sands of time run low.
So his Masked Contender does nothing, correct?
Yeah, he's drawn all the secrets. We'll be able to clear here and set up a big Zul'jin turn if he wants, or just
he's
go
just going
5 to
face.
face. Yeah,
We're playing
I
Thunder,
like
we
it.
smork.
yeah, we're going face. We're going face. I like it.
We're
Holding
smorking
off on the
deck.
freezing, smartly doing that against the Surger here. The swipe will clear this up.
Yeah, you can swipe, hit an Oasis, put a 6
Yeah.
on the board. Go to what, like 29? 28?
Oh, if he's gonna play another card here, he is playing into the rat. Yeah, so he
There we
made
go.
sure not to do that.
There we go. Bill's playing. This is a Druid player, man. Mally just tells you what to do, you know? Mally was like, hold up, man, hold up. Rat trap. So,
Yeah, so playing the freezing, not trading. Aware that this isn't the difference between this Oasis Surger and this Ancient here is the Ancient comes off of a spell, whereas the Surger is actually a minion that you can just replay. So this would become an 8-mana 6/6 with the freeze. So not too
How
upset about that.
curious.
He did play the explosive first. It does waste a little bit of that, but oh yeah, playing around the freezing
playing
here,
around.
getting the bees to go off.
Astounding.
yeah, because now Rat can clear this up, and he pushes 6 face if he wants to.
And I think he wants to.
What makes you say that? The fact that the 6/1 face?
It, I have to say that
Sands of
that
time
definitely
run
was a hint.
low.
Yeah, so it might even be able to win this game without having to play a Malagos or do
I-
any of that stuff.
I'll cry. I mean, he can swipe here and set up the Malagos lethal next turn. If he doesn't have the Zul'jin, but he's playing around it. I like it.
He's holding back the Zul'jin here. He wants the full juice. He says, "You still have 6 cards in your deck. Maybe I'm not dead."
And if he drew Moonfire off the top, that was game. That's right.
All right.
I don't know if you just.
Yeah.
I guess
You don't
you
want
do.
to just jam the. Yeah, he's going face. He's saying, "All right,
Like, hey,
I'm
man,
gonna
by
put you
the
to
way.
6. This Malagos
Here comes
Moonfire.
the
I'm gonna draw the
big
second
ass.
Moonfire of the top. No problem.
No problem. Easy.
1 out of 5 here.
Oh, wait. The pressure plate. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, the pressure plate's just gonna kill his Malagos before he gets the second one off. Uh-oh. Did he get the Huffer too? Oh, I pushed it even more.
Man.
Easy.
Easy.
Oh, and the Power of the Wild. Oh,
they
no, I don't
low rolled.
3-2.
Oh.
I want to push 2 more damage this turn. All
Loading
right,
off the
well,
top
he's
here
still
was
got
huge.
19 right here that we can see. With the hero power, that is 21. So if
Be
there
able to
was no
clear it off.
Starfall here, yeah. Still cleared off pretty well. Still got a 5-3 and a 2-1, but not too upset about that.
Hidden Oasis too. Play this. No, I think you play Hidden or not Oasis Surger first, right? Because you know he's got snipe, so you don't want to beat your 3/5 con snipe.
Yeah, you want this. I think the copy maybe comes after the snipe, right? So,
Right. Yeah. So this first guy would be then you would have 2 5-5s, and then snipe would trigger.
and if
into
he had
1.
played the Surger first, right, it would have been 5 once, right?
No,
The
no,
snipe
no.
goes
So
off
it's
before
way
the cop,
worse. No, so it'll come in, copy, you have 2 5-5s.
and then the snipe only hits one of them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have a
Okay.
5-1 and a 5-5.
Yeah.
Did he just?
No, I think
the
it was
way
just,
on my screen.
Yeah,
it
I
looked
saw
like
it
he was
too,
shot-
but I knew there was no way he was doing that. So,
I was like,
Precision.
come on, fire off the top. Rip.
oh
Rip
man,
dream,
bottom
boys.
3, bottom 3 Moonfire. What a game!
I'm sad.
This
Not a
might. That's it.
Hey man, good
The
luck casting next game.
Surger.
I'm out.
Oh boy.
No, Surger doesn't do anything. 'cause
Yeah, it
can't get to
doesn't
the
clear
Zillion.
these. He can't get through the Ziliax. That's it.
So many
I don't think there's a way around it. I'm
contradictions.
looking at this hand upside down here.
Yeah,
So give me
because
a
Mally
second.
still costs 9. I was gonna say if Mally costs like 2, he could go for the Elise 50-50 or like. No, I guess.
I
Not
mean, he
50-50,
can
like
Mally and kill the
20%.
Doom Rat at least. And it doesn't do enough.
he's still
so
dead on board,
He's still
yeah.
dead. Yeah. So wow, there
So
the hunter
many
coming in.
contradictions.
Bottom 3.
Victory is yours.
Yeah, the Moonfire just was not showing up. At any point, if he had gotten it after activating that pressure plate or before the pressure plate came out with the Zul'jin, like.
Yeah, he had it locked up for quite some time if you found that other Moonfire.
Very close, but like I said, I think it's going to come down to this mage. I guess it's going to be mage into druid, or how do you feel about that matchup? You think that's?
So he's got big mage. I mean, I like it better than the normal Reno mage because there's no pressure for a while usually.
Mhm.
You know, unless he is playing the Mountain Giant version, so he possibly
Yeah.
could still go the Mountain Giant shenanigans.
Yeah,
with
and then
Conjures,
Pocket
but-
Galaxy can do some wacky stuff, and then of
Yeah,
course,
That usually hurts them more because they actually have more minions on board on average. So you're kind of okay with it. Looks like someone said someone cheered in chat.
oh, awesome! Thank you very much, Saku, for. I know you're seeing this like 10, 15
You
minutes
asked
later,
for it.
but
Oh,
thank
it
you
is
very
on.
much, Saku. You
Thanks
my
for the
boy.
Man, he
Love
played
you,
a match
buddy.
for us, got him on stream, and then he came back and cheered. What a hero. What an MVP. Mage Mirror. Who do you like more in this? I like Bill more in this matchup. For Mage Mirror.
Yeah, the Mage
Hello.
Mirror. I think I like the Singleton deck a little bit better, the Highlander, but you know these it can still go.
Yeah, he still can have the.
Yeah.
But if he just runs Giant out there naked, Bill does to have the polymorph to answer it. And a counterspell he found off Magic Trick, so Bill's got somewhat answers.
Yeah, so we are seeing. I mean, he has the Doomsayer. Yeah, we will see this Mountain Giant able to come down. We see the Pocket Galaxy in hand, maybe even just coin the Galaxy. I think you probably just, now that you've seen the Doomsayer, seems like a pretty good play. And then you've got this Arcane Intellect to draw these one-cost minions. That's the card everyone's complaining about, and we'll see if it makes a difference here.
Listen, man, just put it back to 7. We're good.
Why don't we find a happy 6, you know?
Okay, I'm okay with 6. It just
Right.
can't be 5.
7 was not played at all.
Right.
5 is
Five
been
is
played in
broken.
everything, and it's super
Yeah.
strong. So maybe 6 is the right spot.
I mean,
Job done.
five's only broken because you coin it on 4, and usually there's no pressure on turn 4. So, just free.
We're gonna have some
I like the
fun.
Reno play.
This is a really good Reno. Makes a 4/6,
Well played.
eliminates a giant. that's why you play the deck, right? Him and Zephyrus are the only 2 Highlander cards, so in the deck. So you better be doing something broken if you want it,
Yeah.
if you want to play it.
I just wish Reno went face sometimes. I just want him to be a 6-mana Pyroblast.
Oh my god, that would be insane. That'd be so broken.
Listen, Mage already got Bach going. Just keep going.
Right. Yeah, just make it unbeatable. I mean, this is definitely looking good for Bill here. A lot of stuff going on here. Obviously, there's still freezes on the side of Ted, but
Yep, you still got puzzle
that,
boxes later down the road if he makes it there.
yeah. You got the Tony though that you're facing down now. You got Tortellin Pilgrim
What
coming
to
out
do?
potentially
What
to
to
do
do?
some wacky stuff as well soon.
Well, it can't hit any boxes. So
No, you don't want to hit boxes, but
well, he could like if on this board, a box could be okay since he's behind.
oh, for Ted, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't realize they both had pilgrims.
Yeah, they both have them.
I looked down at Ted with a pilgrim and just immediately assumed we were talking about Ted.
Yeah, no, Ted's already pulled both of his boxes, so that's not coming out of it. But still some good cards that you can cheat out. You know, you still have your Power of Creation. Make a big board here. Bill playing around a lot of the potential there. Just getting a ton of fireballs. And making this very, very hard for Ted to come back. We already see 24 damage in fireballs alone in hand. So if they all just go face and you don't find any heal, he's eventually just going to be dead. So I don't know if I like the order for Ted there. If he was going to do this, he should have raid first. I guess he was hoping to just kill both minions if it wasn't counterspell. So not too bad, but I mean, I think Bill can just jam fireballs here and not like
Yeah, I don't see a reason why to do anything else.
like you jam 2 this turn.
Mhm.
He's down to 6.
And even if he Ziliax is back to 9, you still
Yeah,
have-
like that's the most heal he can get. Yeah, I guess he's worried about Alex Straza on not potentially healing him back to 15. So maybe
Yeah,
that's
blame
the
it on that.
reasoning. But even then, you froze his minion to do the Alex
So
unless he
far,
got it
no
off the
play.
top. Yeah.
He still wins here though, because he can't
Yeah, he
kill.
still wins here. Did not get a taunt off of this Power of Creation, so
Attack with the 4/1 first. Play around the flame war. Oh no, it's Ice Barrier.
it's Ice Barrier. So he heals 8.
5 turn.
And he's got 9. Yeah, so he's still not dead. The double fireball does not do it, actually. So gonna have to freeze this board. That actually,
He doesn't have a freeze though.
yeah. I mean, you can jam this defender here, heal 6 that way, and well, essentially heal 8 plus the. I guess it's only 1, but they have, or you have to go
What
through
to
5
do?
damage and then
What
heal
to
1,
do?
so 6. Is that enough? He's looking at 26, so he's not dead on board, but
Theoretically, 27 would have pinged.
mhm. So what's he gonna do here? I think he's deciding if he wants to trade
What to do?
or if he
What
wants to go
do?
face. If he had done the fireball play
one's
that we were
out.
thinking
Play-
of, he
Yeah,
would
you
have
can
been.
play Defender. Yeah, Defender 105 Fireball once and set up lethal next turn.
Yeah.
But it's also set up lethal.
No,
next
he's going for the double fireball. So a turn later than we said, I think, or
No, pink face. Oh, so you can't heal off the Celiac. Oh, Bill!
Bill, you dog.
Genius. You just ever go for box?
I think
to
you
see if
just
it
got
heals
a
you?
full attack and
And
box
box.
maybe. Do you box first? The question is, I feel like it's more likely to get rid of minions than it is to
Right.
buff
them or-
minions, but maybe you're going for like a Savage or something. Oh, he got 3 there. Demon Fire. Oh, those aren't demons. Oh, they're
No,
elementals.
they're
Ah,
elementals.
damn.
Still close.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, he heals.
He does heal for 7. Wow. Oh, that's buffed.
Oh, Bill
Oh,
just quits.
puzzle box. Oh man.
Bill just gives up. He just gives him the win.
Oh no. Was there anything he could do? He could have drawn his own puzzle box in return.
Yeah, he could have froze the board.
Yeah.
Still, I don't. Okay.
Oh man. Bill a little bit unhappy with that turn of events.
Wow.
A little unfortunate, but
I did not expect to concede there.
yeah, neither did I. Well, some good games played, I think, by both sides. A lot of plays that I think were really, really smart. Bill pinging his own minion there to prevent the Celiacs. Making some really good calls there, and that puzzle box just sometimes it just does things. It's like Yogg back in the day. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna lose next turn. What do I do? Oh, I'll just play a puzzle
Yogg.
box.
Yep. Throw up your
Yep.
prayers to big old Yogg and just
We'll
hope.
see. Or I can win this turn if I do something wacky, and I might
Yeah.
lose next turn if I don't. Like let's do it.
Go for it.
All right, so let's get Ted in here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Congratulations on the win.
Should not have won that, but we'll take it.
I mean, that was wacky. We were talking about it. Puzzle boxes, they do crazy things.
I
the
don't think
real
Blizzard
question
should have
is,
printed puzzle box.
Trade a Yogg.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, double
course,
Yogg
right.
in one deck, right? And maybe you can even get 4 Yoggs in one deck if you want, if you get
Yeah.
those Tortullans off,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some really good games. I think really well played by both sides. A little bit of bad luck for both of you in different games. Obviously, I like the game one where you found the lethal by playing your brand for no King
Oh yeah.
Crush and
Yeah,
swinging
definitely.
face. I'm sure you knew you had the bombs, but there was nothing you could do. So
Yeah. At
Uh,
that point the game is over, and I just wanted to kind of show him, hey, your deck actually achieved its purpose.
it does the
Good
thing.
job.
It does the
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, able to bring that game with the Hunter the next game. His Druid not finding that second Moonfire to be able to take you out. He was sitting on that Mally one Moonfire for quite a while.
Yeah, I was sitting there for about 5 turns thinking, just don't top deck whatever piece you're missing. Please just don't top deck whatever
Yeah,
piece.
it was close.
Yeah, he had Mally one Moonfire for like 6 turns when you were at like within
like
lethal
10
range.
health or something.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting here like, oh, if this is the Moonfire, he's good to go. If this is the Moonfire, he's good to go.
But yeah, able to get that win. I know we're in the same group. We're gonna be playing later this week.
Yeah. Thursday night.
How do you feel about I think we have a pretty similar lineup actually. So, how are you feeling about the group? I think this is a big win for you. I think our group's pretty close as far as like power level in general. So, getting any win, definitely helpful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think coming out of that? Things that you could like work on, or what you felt really good about, or how do you feel in general?
I don't know. I'm starting to second guess my lineup a bit because, like, as the types of scrimming I've done and like the people I've scrimmed against, it seems like I'm kind of weak against a lot of lineups. Like this one, I don't think I should have lost this series 0-2. I'd say extremely lucky games 2 and obviously game 3. But yeah, I think it's just going to be working on trying to find more optimal bans and ways to queue and things along those lines.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bill finding a really interesting lineup here with the Bomb Warrior and the Mally Druid to kind of counter a lot of the popular decks. So didn't really find it here. He was able to get that Warrior, but the Druid kind of getting unlucky there, and then that Mage Mirror, although it was big spell versus the Highlander. I think it is still a little favored to Highlander, but it's pretty close. So
yeah, it's a few percentage points, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, you did find that Luna's early, but we're unable to capitalize too much on it. Not finding really good top decks there to really use it, but ended up with that puzzle box, finding it anyway for you. So not too upset about that.
I was Just another funny story. I was playing some scrims earlier today, and I managed to puzzle box and do a timeout when my opponent had lethal.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can do
So-
wacky stuff.
So yeah, Yogs really had my back today.
I'm sure you've had more experience with it than me. I haven't played too much of the deck just yet. But we sort of were talking a little bit about, do you attack first with your minions here, or do you puzzle box first? Like, what was your logic there? Like, is it more likely are you thinking about a board buff is more
Yeah.
likely than a full board clear?
Well,
Or,
I mean, like my logic was I need to kill him this turn.
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking. I need to kill him this turn because I'm dead next turn. So I'm thinking, all right, if it clears my board, I'm just going to lose anyway. So I might as well hope the off chance that I get a board buff.
I like the logic. Yeah, play to your only outs.
Yeah,
Or get
because
a board buff or some sort of heal like you did there,
Mhm.
yeah,
just to make sure you stay alive.
because I feel like buffing my own board is more likely than me like pyroblasting him in the face for that extra, however much damage I needed.
Right. No. Yeah. No. That's for sure. I guess I haven't played it as much as you have. Like I said, I just worry about. There's quite a few board clears that could happen that clear your side of the board before you can push that damage, and then maybe you're in a bad situation next turn as well. I guess
Oh,
you
yeah.
were thinking like even if you get the heal, like maybe you didn't push enough damage, but it worked out. You got the heal. You were able to push damage as well. Um, so probably you have a little bit more experience than me with it, so I'm gonna try to keep that in mind when I play
All right, yeah,
Puzzle Box.
Just
and
you're gonna praise be to Yogg and then just
yeah,
throw it out there, man.
again, like my thinking might be totally wrong there, but it's
I
kind of
I think it's logical.
it
Right?
makes
'Cause
sense. I think it makes sense.
yeah, because I'm thinking like, all right, if I get twisting nethered here, I'm probably just losing no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean definitely reasonable. I'm trying to think back on some of the plays. I know there was I think there was one in the second game that I wasn't sure about. Oh yeah, so you decided to Frost Nova, I think, before playing your
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost there. When he had a counterspell up. Obviously, you didn't know it was counterspell necessarily, but
Yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
I should have played around that. I definitely was a misplay.
okay. And then we were talking about Bill's play. At one point, there was he pinged his own Reno there to prevent your Ziliax
My
heal.
Ziliax. Yeah, and and it seemed like he did something similar in the game 2. He played an innervate to trigger my what's it called? I can't remember the hunter
The
trap.
pressure plate.
Pressure plate, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played an innervate to trigger the pressure plate to kill his
Mhm.
only minion on board to again play around the Ziliax. And it made me incredibly mad both times.
Yeah, because you had Ziliax both times.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and making the right reads,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah,
but man, congratulations again.
yeah. Bill's an incredibly good player, and I always seem to pull some stupid RNG out of my ass when I play him. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'll take
well,
it, but I feel bad for him.
everything can happen. It's early in the expansion. I don't think everyone's got
Yeah.
as many reps. I was saying this earlier as well, as they'd like with all the decks, and I think as things get optimized, maybe things will eventually find their like even, where we're supposed to be, right? I think both of you guys are great players, and I think you guys have like I coming into this, I felt like it could have gone either way. And I think that for most of our group as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. We're in a competitive group.
hmm So we'll see. We'll see who comes out of it. I'm excited to play you after seeing those
Yeah.
decks, and Bill as well, and of course Jr. Although we haven't seen him play yet, but
No.
we'll see, man.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts before we let you go and finish up this stream? I don't think we have any more matches lined up today, unfortunately.
No, sadly.
Nope, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Congratulations again.
you.
I'll see you on the Rift or whatever, the board, the Hearthstone board later.
All right.
All right. Good night, man.
All right. See ya.
See you
All
on
right.
the Rift.
On the Rift, on the Uldum Rift,
The Uldum, sea on the sands.
the desert, the oasis, whatever. But yeah, dude, I had a lot of fun casting this with you. I'm sure we'll have more of these. We got a lot of matches.
We got it, man. I mean, the Pennsylvania Bros gotta stick together.
Pennsylvania Bros.
Since we somehow got split up between two different conferences.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even begin to understand the or begin to pretend that I could understand Donde's algorithm, whatever he did there.
I think he realized that two Pennsylvania guys in the same conference is too powerful.
It's too powerful, yeah.
Right, so he was like, "Ah, nah, dog. Like, we're splitting them."
We can't
Send 'em.
have that. We can't have that, man. So that was the cutoff. He's like, okay, so I have a Northeast region.
Yep.
If I really am thinking about the Northeast, they'd both be in it, but
we're
instead
gonna
I'm
go
just going
New
to make
York and
two
then-
other new regions and say, you guys are in different regions. That's the only way I can split them up, is make them each a separate region to be part
Right,
of.
and then assign people to us.
Right. I think
Right.
that's probably how he started both those
course.
regions. It was like, okay, who do we give Mayan? Who do we give Tuna? And then just move from there. And I'll break it up, whatever. I'll make up a word, the Great Lakes. What does that mean?
Make up.
Atlantic, like, come on.
What are these words?
What are these things?
Just open up a dictionary and go, "This is it."
Yeah, just flip
This is
to
word.
page 6 and Atlantic. Okay. Boom. Let's flip to page 307. There you go. Great Lakes. That's definitely in the dictionary. It's not two separate words. That's one word, Great Lakes. But yeah, thanks for coming on with me. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to
Always enjoy.
Quaz for opping and hanging out, and being a general bro.
The biggest of bros today, Big
Yeah.
bro fist out the Quaz.
Yeah, big bro fist to Quaz, and thank you obviously to both people that played games, or all four people, both games, both matches, with Saku, with Super Murloc, with Ted, and with Bill. So thank you guys for coming on, and congrats to the winners, and good luck to everyone in their games in the next week or so. We've got like 8 more days or something.
Yeah. No, we still got like a full week. Yeah, 8 days, because it's next Tuesday is the final day.
I think so. I think it's technically day 3,
Right.
according to all the blog posts, but I think it's actually day 2, because
It's day
game,
2, right? Because
game
one was Saturday.
was Saturday, when it was supposed to start after Saturday, but we're like, let's get a game on stream. So they were a little ahead of schedule. So
That's okay.
thanks, Booze. Thanks. Who was it? Was Booze against?
Pretty sure we can find this out.
Oh, it was Booze against who was it against?
We're trying to find Booze on this thing.
Yeah.
Where is he?
I don't know.
He's missing. Booze played himself.
Booze, that's a classic Booze move. Triss, of course, it was Triss. Yes, thank you.
Quaz sitting over here like being quiet, like, oh,
he's
these
like
idiots.
he's like typing in chat. Triss. I'm not looking at chat. That's my bad. I was looking at a chart here. I couldn't find Booze.
Yeah,
it
me
does it
too.
in all caps. I don't know how I didn't find it.
Oh, there he
Doesn't
is.
matter.
I found
There,
him.
I found it. Okay, so yeah, Booze against Triss. Triss, I think, came out with the win. But anyway,
Yep.
thanks for everyone that watched. We're rambling now. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Whoever's streaming, I think we have a stream tomorrow. I think we're gonna have streams almost every day of the week. So
I hope so. And make sure to submit your stream forms. Let's get more of these games on streams for everyone in the World Cup.
Absolutely. Submit your stream forms. Check these out. Play on stream. We need an op for Thursday, Friday.
Easy. I got a game Thursday. We're streaming it.
I think I as well do. We'll see if we're on stream. I don't know if we overlap. I can probably make it work. But yeah, so thanks for joining us. Do all those things that we said, and have fun. Have a great week.